Hello, how are you? Welcome to Mindset Monday. Oh geez, so I just have to be completely honest. I I didn't have a chance to completely prepare, but I'm really excited to share a few tips about Monday mindset because I believe that it matters so much. Our mindset has so much to do with our outcome in life, like just our peace, our happiness, our joy. And thank you for joining me today. I am your host, Olivia.K, and this is my mascot, Oliver. He just decided to join us today as well. So I want to wish you a very happy Monday, and I'm so glad to have you joining me today. What we are focusing on today, I just have three simple tips that will change your perspective to change the outcome. And as I have been studying mindset, and I would call myself a mindset expert because I've been doing this well close to a decade now, and it is life changing. It's changed my life, and it is changing my clients' lives too. So I'm going to share a few tips here, and because I am passionate about mindset, I'm passionate about you, and I'm passionate about your outcome in life. So, this is very simple. We're going to talk about identifying the problem. And when I say the problem, I'm talking about the giant in your life. Sometimes we will refer to this as the elephant in the room, right? And everybody has an area of their life or something in their life that is not the way they want it to be. It's less than perfect, or even it's creating just this turmoil, stress in your life. And the truth is, when we change the way that we look at things, the things we look at change. And that is an old saying from, gosh, I forget his name, but Wayne Dwyer, I believe. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So when we get finished here today, my prayer for you is that you change the way that you look at something so that you can have a different outcome. All right. So I want you to identify one area of your life that is really troubling you, or one thing in your life that you know needs to have a change. Identify that. And then I want you to identify what you really want. What kind of outcome do you want? Right now, the Lord has me focusing in the area of marriage. So when it comes to marriage, if your marriage is less than, I don't want to say perfect, but if the outcome is less than what you would like it to be, then I want you to think about that area. If it's not the marriage, that's okay. Just pick an area of your life that you're struggling with, and that you know that it could be better than it is. So identify that. What is the problem? And the one thing that we know in mindset is the problem is not really the problem. The problem is the belief that you have about the issue. It's really about the belief that you have. It's the way that you're looking at it. So think about what you really want, okay? So step number 1 is identify what the problem is. Step number 2, identify what you want. And then the third thing is you're going to take action. So when we realize that we can actually change, when we change the way that we look at it, and I'm going to give you an example. So one of my clients, she came to me to write a book, and she was getting something different. She was getting double for her money. So yes, she is writing that book. Yes, she is in action with that book. Yes, she is making steps to write her book, but also an area of her life that she wanted to also, blossom and bloom in was the marriage. So when it comes to the marriage, her perspective was it's one side, I do everything. And if your perspective is it's one sided, I do everything, so I'm kind of, at the place where I'm going to give up, because what's the point? If I'm doing everything, a marriage should be two sided. It should be me and it should be him, and we should be coming together to help in union in that marriage. Yes. But when she shifted her perspective, when she shifted that perspective, everything for her changed. Okay. So when she shifted the perspective of, I'm not doing everything, but I can do something different. And she made a choice to lead her husband, not in a way where, because the man is supposed to lead the woman, but she was leading in a way of, changing the way that she was approaching things, instead of doing it in coming from a place of the thought of I do everything. So when I do something, it's coming from that low energy. She shifted her mindset to say, you know what? I'm going to do it in love. So I'm going to show up and I'm going to do things in a loving way. And so far, in this process, she has received she's receiving a union because the way that she shifted her mindset. So when she was showing up differently for the spouse started to show up differently for her. And that's the way it works. It's just really incredible. So now her outcome, because of the actions that she's been taking, she's been doing the actions not out of spite, but she's been doing them out of love. Now the spouse is showing up in love as well. Now they are starting to communicate. Now they are starting to have love interaction. Now they are starting to laugh. Now they are starting to um, just appreciate one another. And it's was literally from a mindset shift. Now that's just an example. That's one example. Another example is me and technology. So technology and I do not, we generally, if I say it out loud, I say we don't have a good relationship. Technology is my giant, okay? But I decided that I'm not going to let the giant of technology um, not let me come forward and do my job, because the Lord has called me forward to bring out a message to you. So I come forward, even if it's messy, even, like I didn't have the page that I prepared for you this morning. I didn't have it. I couldn't get it up here, but that's okay. Because if I shift my idea, if I shift my mindset and I just say it's not a giant and it's not a problem, it's not the real problem. I have enough to come forward and to show up for you, and then it'll all work out the way it's supposed to. And it is. I'm here today. You can see me. When I came in on Friday, I had my camera on, but I couldn't figure out how for you to see me. And today, look, I'm in a better place. I can see you, you can see me, and I'll be able to see, you can see me now. And so my point is, we just when we shift our outcome, when you take the perspective and you change the way you look at it, the outcome will be different as well, because your action steps will be different. Your action steps will be different because I'll tell you, before I was kind of frozen with the technology. I wasn't showing up because my giant was the technology. I wasn't showing up the way that I was supposed to. But once I made the decision to show up anyway, even if it wasn't perfect, even if it was messy, even if it was with a camera on or a camera off, whatever, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going to put the effort. I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, and I'll tell you, it's getting better and better and better and better. Because the thing that's really cool about it is, this is a God assignment for me to show up for you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if I am not doing it because I'm afraid that the technology isn't going to work out for me, then I'm failing. Then I've got that heaviness on me of, you know what, I need to do this. I need to do this. And it's going to like make me not feel good. If I just show up and it's messy, it's done. And then I feel good. You know what I'm saying? So if you have perhaps a type A personality, or a perfection mindset of, I'm not going to do it until I know exactly how to do it, that's going to stop you from moving. It's going to keep you stuck. So these are the 3 tips that I have for you today. Number 1, identify the problem. Number 2, identify what you really want. And then number 3, you're going to take that action step. Okay? Those are your 3 simple steps for your mindset today. So I hope this blessed you on this Mindset Monday, and may you have a wonderful week. And I will see you on Wednesday, God willing. Have a blessed day. Much love, Olivia.K.